You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
This time on Tune the Pinku, we're gonna get gayer. I don't know.
I wouldn't say we're fully gay, but it's some kind of gay.
We're very situationally gay.
I mean, it's gay enough that sometimes you can go to the opposite sex sometimes, you know. I mean, we're doing it for pride, right?
You know, sometimes you just gotta push a guy off the cliff.
That or you got to have a suicide pact, you know.
Which, don't do it.
I mean, I always said gays are fucking sad, you know.
Are we sad?
I was sad when I was younger.
But now you're uplifted by two pink films.
I wouldn't say so, but I
Oh
was
my
more
God.
I was more uplifted by the wrong stepfather.
Yes, dearest listeners, outside of our watches of Pink films, we are currently catching up with the Wrong series with Vivica A. Fox on the Lifetime Movie Network
Or Tubi.
or via Tubi.
Yeah, I think we just have two more films left to complete the story or the journey.
Two wrongs will make a right.
Yeah, I would say so.
You're like, some of them were barely passable.
Well, I mean, for our episode today, they'll probably make some kind of right or wrong. I don't know. You know, it's one of those you just don't know.
You just don't know. Trying to think what else. There's news. I think we'll talk about the films and maybe we'll finish with a kind of just like a brief going through the Cinematheque in France's Nikkatsu Roman Porno that they screened. Just our thoughts.
Yeah, I just looked at the list right now. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. And
There's a lot of variety.
We'll say that. We'll say that. And also, don't forget to listen to our last episode with the Sin Syndicate. It's out. You know, we've been promoting it like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah, go
Also,
listen to
both
it.
of those releases are fan subbed and easily available online to watch.
What, the two previous films?
Yes, they're not
Oh,
hard to track down.
Oh no, they're not.
Like,
So if you need the subs, because we know you guys need subs, they're available for you. Because we love subs, right?
maybe they can surprise us on top. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes our listeners, are they tops or are they bottoms? I know some bottoms. I know some.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna say who, but I know some bottoms. Some who say they're tops, but I think they're bottoms. And yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. You know, again,
You know what? Whatever it
is-
takes for the cause.
again, this is for pride, so we may go a little gayer. You know, because we can't just be always, you know, straight stuff and boobies. But
Oh
we
my
can.
God. We talk about gay stuff at least once
know.
a month, once a blue moon, when we feel like it.
Yeah, it's mostly all the time.
After a couple of drinks or with the bro.
I know some of our listeners like to bro out.
I'm kidding.
Bro hard or bro home, go home, you know, bro.
I mean, okay, yeah. Well, whoever is listening though, too, I think both of these films are actually pretty easily watchable,
Yes.
regardless of who you are, right? Like a straight person could watch it and laugh at it. Either one of them, they're both fun, very moody. With one in particular, too, they're kind of great entry points into different genres.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think what else. Like, is there any news in the Pinkuverse?
No, I would say you have to wait till September.
I mean, None in Rope Hell is just shipping out, so people are getting that, which is exciting. Oh, our cat's over there.
He's in the window. He's asking me why is it closed.
He's a kitty in Rope Hell.
Well, he's
Kitty in closed doors.
He doesn't like closed doors.
But we like open boxes at our. I'm just kidding. I
mean, he doesn't even like the boxes anymore. Every time we bring a
No.
box, he's just like, no.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
so None and Pal, we will be getting it. We'll also be getting it because I packaged it with visitor queue in an order.
Yes, and we're supposed to, with that order, I think you're supposed to get the Sato.
That's separate. That would be my Vinegar Syndrome order. So we'll get
Okay.
Sato Volume 4, which we could cover probably sometime in the fall, which,
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
shout out, apparently got us, special thanks credit on that. Also, we'll be getting the Nikkatsu Roman Porno Volume 1, which I wrote the essay for anti-porno, just flip a page. Ooh.
Mm. I
Yeah,
mean, it's out
also
there. People know. It's not
we
like it's
did get Connie's release of New Love in Tokyo, which seems like everyone's kind of getting and vibing with that, which is great.
that's a masterpiece of a movie. I mean, if you guys haven't got it yet, go get it. It's really a great film outside of Pink, but there's Pink elements, and read the essay that Dakota wrote. It's very educational because two in the Pinku,
Because we're teachers.
we're all about education.
I'm trying to think what else. I guess like a fun little tidbit. So I guess if anyone is a fan or aware of Angel Guts High School Co-ed, we've talked in the past too that there's some situation where the actress possibly killed herself and the family has requested that that film in particular or Nikkatsu other films in general don't get reissued.
Hmm.
Nikkatsu's own website in Japan has announced that they will be restoring it with like a release on streaming, not for Angel Guts High School Co-ed, but for another film that she's in that also has Arena, which is kind of a little bit of a change in terms of like I would be curious like why now? Like why after like oh there was this kind of block on those releases with the actress like the family, now like oh we're going to release a different film by her.
Money.
And people will buy it, yes.
No, I think it's more of like maybe they
Oh, would
felt
they edit her out if she's like a smaller role? I'm kind of curious. What would they do?
maybe that could be the way they do it.
It'd be interesting. I mean, what if like the situation has suddenly changed? We're like, oh, JK, in like the next couple years, like Angel Guts High School Co-ed is available.
I don't know. I mean, that one's okay. That film is okay in general. I wouldn't. It's not something I'm like, oh my god, I need to go buy it on 4K or whatever.
Oh my God. Oh, Pink, like Roman porno and Pink film on 4K. It's like chef's kiss. You know what? Live to dream.
Honestly, if it's gonna be in 4K, there's certain films I think that deserve 4K, and others just need a good Blu-ray. That's all I'm gonna say. Because
Mm.
not every Roman porno or Pink film needs to be released in that way. I mean, for streaming maybe, but like an actual release, and you and I always talk about which films should deserve that, you know.
Yes, yes, yes.
But I don't know. And I think as far as like other releases or anything that we have coming up, I would just say September and November, right?
Yes, stay tuned for the fall winter period. There's gonna
Yeah.
be some exciting things to come out of different labels. So that'd be cool.
Yes.
We'll probably do some kind of like tie-in episodes related to some of the directors around the same time, which I think people will have fun with.
Yeah. I guess that's enough clues for you listeners.
Literally doesn't mean anything.
I
So
know.
it could
I just
mean
like to say things to just make people think that, they're going to be like, what does it mean? What do they mean?
you know
I
what's
mean,
Joanna Man on 4K.
also, it's not like you could tell, especially with our letterbox reviews. That's another thing because it's so
Actually, yeah,
chaotic.
you really couldn't. It's too chaotic. And also,
It's
I
so
do like
chaotic.
crazy binges on directors
Hmm.
that like wouldn't even really be in the works
No,
too. I mean, like what the one we're going to talk about today, again, we're kind of just
no, but
we're going off the grid with a lot of what the watches we pick. Let's put it that way.
yeah. So, I
So
mean, there's
yeah,
there's some that we wish that would get released, but they're not. So,
you never know.
meow meow meow. Okay, let's get into it. Give us the history. Give us the information. I'm
This is
just
a
gonna
tea.
I'm gonna sit here and look pretty as you talk.
You do look pretty, and the listeners won't be able to see it
No.
Because also I'm like literally like just like in a tank top and a dream on the other side of the call.
Yeah, I'm just by the window at the kitchen. It has nice window light on me. Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. So
Okay, so we are going to talk about two films from Genji Nakamura, which is kind of an interesting, I guess, continuation of our Banmei Takahashi episode from 2 weeks ago.
yes, yes.
So Banmei Takahashi is known as one of the three pillars of Pink. It's him grouped up with two other directors, one of which is Genji Nakamura, the other which is Mamoru Watanabe. I would say of the three of them, Mamoru Watanabe is probably known more for melodramas. You can
I,
see that in the 60s pink film work, like Hussy, which is in black and white. You can then see it in the 70s and 80s. It's very female forward, very story based. Bame Takahashi also starts writing scripts for him, but Bame Takahashi as a director likes to embrace sadism and masochism, like women's awakening through BDSM.
yeah.
Or then he'll do like kind of really heartfelt stories of like sex workers, such as Girl Mistress. Like these are great precursors to A New Love in Tokyo. If you read the essay, you'll get some fun shout outs. I would say that Genji Nakamura, before we did this episode or like kind of looked into it, was more of the enigma for me. I wasn't really that familiar with like his pink film career other than seeing him as a producer. Like we've seen him in producer all the time.
Right.
So, just like quick facts, we're going to talk about it. We're going to mythologize someone who is still alive. So, Genji Nakamura in 1968, he dropped out of university. Then he attended a vocational school, the Tokyo College of Photography. He started working as an AD on Pink Film through Wakamatsu Productions. Very classy. He has some early, like, assistant director credits, at least by 1971, according to the National Film Archive of Japan. He studied a lot under director Kaoru Umizawa, who we haven't talked about before, but Kaoru is kind of also this guy's precursor, kind of a very fun, pulpy, trashy director. It could be something worthwhile, I guess, for like a Pink film fan too. Again, and so this guy really starts building his Pink film career. We're going to talk about one of his first, well, possibly his first film. Then we're going to talk about one of his later films. They're both kind of grounded by their gay queer storylines. He's also really active as a producer. So he founded the production U Pro. So he produced a lot of Nikkatsu Roman Porno titles through that. The most infamous of which is the Sakan.
Legendary.
Love it. You love to see it. He directed a mainstream film that was released by Toho, at least in a small theater, called Weekend Shuffle. It got enough attention where it's a cult hit now, but like it kind of propelled his career forward, then got him other gigs. Of the Bame Takahashi, Mamoru Watanabe, Nakamura is the only one of those three to direct an in-house studio Nikkatsu Roman Porno
Icon.
with Beauty and Rope Hell.
Ooh.
So it's this actress from Nun and Rope Hell, Miki Takakura. She acts in it. It's her debut for Nikkatsu. Genji Nakamura is selected to direct it. So it's a really huge deal that someone who was an independent pink film director was brought in-house to Nikkatsu. That's very rare that it actually happens. The other cases for that would be Yujiro Takeda with 5 Seconds Till Climax, Time Adventure 5 Seconds Till Climax.
Ooh, yes.
Shinya Yamamoto was also brought briefly in house too. Again, like it's just a thing that really didn't happen for the most part. Nikkatsu would buy out like the movies made by Pink Film Productions, but they just rarely brought them in. They didn't want to kind of lift them up like that. And typically when they did it, then they still just kicked them back to the independents.
That makes sense.
Yes. So, just a kind of brief summary of Beauty and Rope Hell. A mailman becomes obsessed with a pretty young wife. He captures the woman, tortures her, and keeps her in his basement dungeon where she becomes his private sex toy. A tale as old as time.
I mean, at this point, there's always that, that obsession that you can't have, somebody else can't have you kind of thing.
You know what? Someone's always being forcefully awakened in Pink
Yes.
film.
It's some kind of a awakening, yes, and we don't know if it's consensual awakening or is it forceful.
There isn't enough time to ask these questions, apparently.
No.
Also, 1983 is just like a great year for him in general. It's where he supplies the gay pink film we'll talk about called Beautiful Mystery. And around this time, too, he creates this persona called Goi Juin. So him and two of his assistant directors and also the Dom that they bring on to act in the films. So the two assistant directors is Ryuichi Hiroki, Hitoshi Ishikawa, and then the Dom is Shikoshima. Shikoshima
Hmm.
also directs adult video too. So this is kind of like a legendary little group. Ryuichi Hiroki would then direct on his own after this, like under his name. He became the king of like youth-oriented Roman porno and pink film. He has more of like a mainstream, like celebrated career now.
Hmm.
So like
Okay.
if Nakamura has like a legacy, like this is like his like, like his this child, right? Like this is like Kanmukai mentoring Sato. Right. So again, Goi Juin, they did the SM for Million, then the Sakan for Nikkatsu, then they were also producing the Mary Aoi works as well. He claims that his debut in a 2004 book, that his debut was a Nikkatsu Roman porno film that they bought called Sad Fairy.
Yeah.
But the pink film industry is they widely consider his debut to be the film that we'll talk about with lesbians. Perfect homosexuality.
Interesting.
Also, he would be, I mean, I guess like before this episode, I would say the thing that people have watched is his like mainstream kind of action film called Go for Broke from 85. But that also led to a successful career in terms of like he was directing TV throughout at least 88 to 92. Then he started mentoring. He created a film school in 93 called Video School, where he would teach classes, and then Wakamatsu would also teach classes. One of the directors to come from this, his name is Kazuya Shirashi,
Hmm.
who people would know if they have the recent Bushido Blu-ray from, I guess, like sold on the Ignore Syndrome website.
Do we have that?
No, I'm probably gonna wait for a sale for it too. Like it looks good. I also kind of wanted to limit to myself. I mostly picked up mellow scene porn
Oh no,
titles.
no. I'm just because I'm like it sounds familiar, but I don't think we watched it, right? Because I'm not.
Dearest listeners, is that a problem like you deal with where you're like, do I just like watch hardcore or do I watch something classy?
I like again, and people should know this, and I'll keep on saying it. I don't have say in what comes into this household because Dakota has the he holds me gun at gunpoint and
I hold
tells
you
me
at gunpoint.
and he tells me this is what we're gonna watch and this is what we're gonna see and this is what I'm gonna buy, and I'm like, okay,
That's crazy.
I know. So I mean, there's only a few things that I buy. Well, I haven't bought. I haven't bought. So
I lie to get food sometimes.
yeah, I just buy food for the cat. That's all I do. So
Okay, I guess I'll wrap this up too. So like this is kind of giving you a lot of information because like some of it apparently wasn't super evident to some people in the past. It just again, it's just kind of expand on it to highlight this director that no one else is really talking about. He directed an adult video in 1981 for Uchu Kikaku, which roughly translates as space planning. It's
hmm,
called Women's Dormitory Report Bathroom Lesbians. It's one of the earliest adult videos. So again, he, in addition to doing pink film and films bought as Roman porno, he was also a pioneer for adult video, which is going to kind of play into both of these films that we'll talk about, his connection to the home video market.
okay,
So again, like he had a successful career. Like if you're comparing him to Takahashi or Mamoru Watanabe, Takahashi gets to have like a mainstream acclaimed career and is still active now. Like he's the most successful in quotes of these three directors,
okay,
right?
yeah.
Again, we saw his work, we loved it. This guy would probably be maybe like a second in terms of like he was able to get out of the pink film market. Mamoru Watanabe is someone like for the most part he was just like loyal to pink film and kept directing and producing,
Okay,
which there's nothing wrong with. His films are also great.
right, right.
Yeah, so okay, and there was a pink film quote. They said like he was active in the 70s to early 80s while he specialized in coming of age stories. During this period, he was churning out films that could be described as madness themed,
Hmm.
which maybe would kind of keys you into the absurdity and the violence of it. So before this episode, we also watched the S&M Bondage play, which was this like film that he made for Million, where a guy suddenly dies, and it's a murder mystery where this older guy and two women get investigated by a detective. Then the detective interrogates him, and he gives the two women an egg enema,
Yes.
and then cooks with it and forces them to eat it.
Amazing stuff.
Amazing stuff. And I'm going to tell you, dearest listener, that that movie, apparently, the 35 millimeter reel of it is still owned by the director, and apparently he could license it.
I would support that.
Absolutely. You know, restore the hits, restore the shits.
I mean, this film, because we did watch it, it was so fantastical and absurd, and really just it's kind of like darkly. Was it darkly humored? Very.
Oh, I
It's
guess there was a lesbian scene in it too. Like
yes.
that's queer for a little bit.
It was
Also,
consensual. I'll say
kind
that.
of
It
bisexual,
was kind.
you know?
This film was very bisexual, but not like fully. It was just like they were just like, It's very situational. Very situational. And also, they could have all at any time could have overpowered the cop with the small gun. Let's just say that.
But you know what? You'll find out why.
Exactly.
You'll find out why. I'll also link up to this in the show notes. I could also actually link up to all of these since they're on the Internet Archive.
Go Internet Archive.
Yes. So yes, dearest listener, you can watch to today's depravity pretty easily.
I love you say listener, and I'm like listeners because there's the millions and millions of fans who love us out
Or
there.
imagine it's like, "Hey mom."
I know it's just like our parents.
"Hey mom, I'm talking about the enemas now." Like,
Oh my
shout
god!
out.
Shout out to those egg enemas. I
God, you
wonder.
know what?
I wonder if an egg enema could like give you more protein.
I feel like you'd get an infection or something with it because
Yeah,
you're like putting in food,
and it's
especially like
raw.
food that could spoil up your hoo-ha.
It's raw, basically. Well, no, because like there's the guys who are muscle guys that eat raw egg.
But then they're digesting it. They're not like just shoving it up their ass.
While they're putting it down another hole.
You know what? It's just like the episode of South Park where Cartman decides to eat up his butt.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what? Pioneering. That's science.
I mean, I ask the real questions because people want to know.
Oh, okay. I also have a fun thing for you. Okay. So this director has had other lesbian and gay storylines. I just have quick names of titles he's done and like what was gay in it.
Okay, go for it.
Again, this is the research you're getting, people.
Mm-hmm.
Schoolgirl Pleasure from 78 for Shintoho. A single mother works as an English translator, and she has sex with her female assistant, who plots revenge for her miscarriage.
Icon.
Icon. I watched this when you had a Zoom call.
When?
You had a Zoom call like yesterday.
Oh, that was the one you were watching?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the Encyclopedia of Night Visits, The Cherry Blossom Shelf Thief. 1982 for Nikkatsu. There's lesbian strippers and jealousy with multiple lesbian sex scenes. There's also a man, so a husband, he gets another man to have sex with his wife, claiming that he's impotent and wants to watch. JK, he's gay.
You know what? Pride.
You know what? Happy Pride. There's also The Ascension of the Slut.
I
19 Can you handle that?
Oh, give me a moment. I mean, that's like an amazing title.
Again, so yeah, 1977, Nakatsu. A woman cheats on her husband with another woman.
The dick wasn't that good then.
Oh my god, is it like Eat, Pray, Love for like sluts?
You know what? Yes.
Yes, yes. Then there's Groper Train, All Aboard.
That's all you
19
need. That's all
That's
you
all I
need.
need.
Groper
There's a
Train.
brief lesbian scene as a man watches. 1981, Shintoho.
Give us more Groper trains. Whoever's
I
listening.
know.
Give us the Groper trains.
You know, I need to rewatch it. I watched it pretty early on in my Groper train rides or watches. I didn't think it was great or memorable, but you know what? Now that we're vibing with the director more, I could watch more of his films.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I guess the last one to end out this list, semi-documentary, intensive training to create masterpiece instruments.
Is it
Uh,
lesbian or gay?
Actually gay. So
Mm.
a man takes out a gay magazine, and in the plot it's called The Man Star, and then he attacks another man.
Things that happen at Pride. I don't know.
You know what? Well, kind of. I
You know when
mean,
guys get all crazy on you and you're like, get off me.
some people get a little handsy. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hopefully not. I
I'm
hope you had a
hoping, yeah.
great Pride season, dearest listener. On
Listeners.
listeners, train riders, plural. I hope everyone ascended like a slut.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too. I want to hear the stories of like dick pigs and like bathroom stalls, and that like warms my heart when people tell me these stories, you know?
I know. Should we start with a shorter one?
Yeah, share it with it. Let's go with it. We're lesbians.
Lesbian.
Well, I wouldn't say they're full lesbians because, like we talked about in our what was it, our
Our,
lesbian our lesbian shout out on which Sweden porno was it, or
our pioneering video essay on desire for for sex experience called Queer Nikkatsu. What are you talking about?
I know, or
We changed history.
we changed a lot of history on that one, but we also mentioned that there was a lot of lesbians, but they all still go for the dick.
We did shout out ones where that wasn't the case.
Yeah, there's some that are true lesbian stories.
Yes, which is sad because there's some of the ones that are true lesbian stories that aren't available from Nikkatsu. I mean, this was a film that, like, title alone, okay, oh, it's a lesbian story. I never thought we'd be able to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually Japanese collector Pink Aiga who is the one to upload this. But also, JK, I didn't realize that I was buying the VHS from Pink Aiga before that happened. So just in case like this ever goes down, like we do have the VHS of it. It is definitely worth saving.
It is.
So, yes, dearest listener, we watched Perfect Homosexuality.
These titles are so stupid.
Just, it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
It either came out in December of 1971 or January of 1972. The release date is somewhat unclear, even on Nikkatsu's own website. A Twitter fan was saying that this would have been triple billed with Yuko's White Breast, which we have seen, which
Mm-hmm.
is mostly like she's having sex with the teacher, but then there's also this possessive lesbian schoolgirl that then has
Yes.
sex with her too. And it's kind of has the tragic elements of that, but it's not like a fully queer story either. If anything, it's more about the female student, her male teacher. We did talk about this in our video essay. I mean, if anything, within Nikkatsu's history, like Yuko's White Breast and then this film are like the first queer stories
Yes.
at the studio. The other film that it came out was called Thirsty for Love.
Mm.
It was just a lot of horniness.
I mean, who isn't thirsty?
Girl, I'm thirsty right now.
As I'm drinking my water.
I know. I'm like, where's my whiskey? Just kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding. I'm
god.
kidding. So, yes. Okay. Genji Nakamura comes up through other directors, Kaoru Umizawa, who I just talked about, but also Tadashi Yoyogi. We've actually talked about Tadashi Yoyogi as a director and creative when we guest spotted on Dead Formats, because Tadashi Yoyogi, like, he was a pink film pioneer in a sense, but he also was bigger on adult video. Like, he was really pioneering that market with Athena Izo. Again, but early pink film career, he is producing and directing. He is producing this film through Prima Kakaku alongside another producer called Masaharu Fujimura. This outfit lasts like a little bit throughout at least the mid 70s, and then Tadashi Yoagi expands where like he and his wife, who is an actress in this film, will then produce under Watanabe Pro.
Hmm.
So if anyone's familiar with Nikkatsu's Roman Porno or has like kind of just looked through random titles on Letterboxd, Tadashi produces pretty much all of the endless semi-documentary titles and then the Widow's Boarding House series as well. So he's
Ooh.
pretty like active as a producer. I mean, the cash flow this man was probably dealing with is probably kind of insane. It's again like low budget films, high returns. Again, but it's also alleged too that this production outfit would also do 16 millimeter and 8 millimeter stag films. So they'd be filming the people, but then not using sensors and doing it
Ooh.
on loops,
Right.
which wouldn't surprise me considering that the way we watch this is so Prima Kakaku made this film bought by Nikkatsu's Roman Porno. Nikkatsu Roman Porno would own it. Prima Kakaku then decides to take it, then sell it for the home video market and rename it to try to hide what the film was.
I wonder why.
So yeah, again, like what they did wasn't legal, but also like who's gonna ask or care? It's kind of a fun history.
Hmm.
But thankfully they did it because it allowed us to watch the film. Okay, yes, but the producer and screenplay of the story is Tadashi Yoyogi. The support credit is from Kaoru Umizawa, who we've talked about as the mentor to this director, Genji Nakamura. Other other crew, like the director of photography, the lighting, they all come from Wakamatsu Pro. So you get this certain caliber of like, this feels like a pink film more than it does Roman porno, even something that was bought as Nikkatsu Roman porno.
Right.
And again, there's like no information on this even from Nikkatsu's side beyond like the tagline of the poster, which is a thorough exploration of the world of homosexuality. This is what lesbians are all about.
I
That's it.
mean, yeah. Ah,
And the poster has like our two leads. They're kind of like holding each other on the beach and falling back. And then there's like two their faces close up to the top of it. It's a cool looking poster. But again, like pretty much like, oh, lesbians. That's what we're getting. How would you explain the story of this?
well, they're lesbians, but then one can't quit the dick, and the other
Who
one
can?
gets is jealous, and there's some death.
There's some death.
It's a little death,
Little death.
and a lot of naked. They're like, I would say they're naked a lot from what we saw, because again, we're watching a 30-minute cut.
Yeah, I mean, okay. s- It makes sense almost that they're naked if this crew, it's like Tadashi Yoyogi will then pioneer adult video 10 years later. And then they're also, if they're making kind of 8 millimeter loops out of this film outside of it too, it makes sense that they're kind of playing up the sexuality. Then there's probably freedom in the sense that this is an independent work that Nikatsu buys. Like Nikatsu's investing in Yuko's white breast is like, okay, this is launching our star Yuko Katagiri. This is an actual story. Then let's slap on this like lesbian film on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised, yeah, like when you're saying the close-ups, like again, like listener, like we see a lot of close-ups of mouths, breasts, but it's also really well styled. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of sensual, like a Jess Franco film, and it's very jazzy.
Yes, and especially the intro that we see is like they're at a beach. It's very, Franco, a little Roland, that kind of like wandering. It's sad. I mean, they're also, it's funny because like I always say, I joke around with, there's always when they're gay characters are always sad and mopey. These women were kind of sad and mopey sometimes.
It's a classic. You see this throughout Pink film. So typically in like two women as a couple, one is bisexual and wanders.
Mm-hmm.
Like where she's like sleeping with men or has a past with men or wants to be with a man, and the other is kind of like this more possessive lesbian who maybe is like, this is my first love and I've never been with anyone else.
Yes, yes.
You do see it in, God, is it Zay's film Angel in September?
Oh, I think so too. It's that kind of same story. Yeah.
It's just like a classic like lesbian motif that gets repeated too. So it's interesting to see it here. We see a skinnier lesbian who's like skinnier. We see a skinnier lesbian. We see a skinnier woman who's kind of the more possessive one in the relationship. I'm assuming that this is actress Eriko Shima.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Wakamatsu's film called The Woman Who Wanted to Die. Based off people posting picture of her from that, I'm like, okay, this is probably her. I think are then the other woman too, who looks a little older than her. I'll say that. It's Michio Mako as Kaneko. She is an actress, and then she's the wife of Tadashi Yoyogi and will produce with him later on. But again, spoiler, well, it's not spoiler alert. She would have been 22, so I can't really say she was old.
But she looks it.
She looked old. I think it was like the wig and the bob. I don't know, it just didn't look quite right. Also, do you love like when it's like a lesbian or queer storyline, they have to like give them the same haircut?
Yes.
Like,
It's like twinning all the fucking time. Gay pink film too. It's like there's fucking twinning it all the time.
oh my God, it also made the non-lesbian couple, like some of their women, hard to parse like who is who because
Yes.
they're not too different like in terms of styling.
Yeah, I want some variety. Like, okay, there's a butch, there's a femme, or like they have like shorter haircuts, or they have like different body types. They're too
Oh my God,
similar.
I want like a bull dyke in one of these films.
Oh my god, yes.
I want I want someone I'm into.
But then you get hit on by like femme dykes a lot. Or
I
no,
think
no,
I've been on my
actually,
like no, more
no, you
like the
get
butch
butch. You
ones.
get butches.
Yeah. You know what? Happy Pride.
And then I always like make friends with like the butch dykes too. Like they see me for some reason.
They see you. They see your flannel.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I don't make friends with a lot of gay boys.
Well, obviously not if they're acting like the ones in these films.
Oh God, they are chaotic.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I,
I
and
try.
I and I think we're chaotic, but we're not. We're actually like we're like we're like lesbians. We just want to stay home and like work on our apartment or our house. I
I just
want
want
to.
to aggressively lick you for like 30 minutes and call it a film.
We could, right? We just like put the camera on the tripod and just like press record, and I'll just
Press
sit there.
record.
I'll just lay there and be like, up, 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 up,
But
up.
I still like the licking in this. Like it was surprisingly sensual, and I also love there's beach scenes that have that yellow nostalgia cue too, as the possessive lesbian confronts Yuichi Minato's character. So yes, Yuichi Minato, lesbian pervert actor, is in this film. And also, guess what age he was at this point?
28.
36.
Oh, and looked it.
It was great. Wait, so okay, if this is 71, that's at least like what, 4 years after Inflatable sexed all of the Wastelands?
Yeah, he partied. He liked
And
to.
like probably like 10 years before White Rose Campus.
He liked to. He liked it. He liked his vices. I'll say that.
I know. I'm like, what a legend. But yes,
uh,
our possessive lesbian confronts him. She's either being blackmailed by him or she pays him off with 5 million yen. I couldn't quite figure it out what was happening with that. But then, again, she gets her revenge quickly. And then our lesbians get to be happy and keep licking.
it's very Sachi Armano kind of looking.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Visually,
yes.
not the sound, but like visually, because the close-ups. You
Like
get a
for a
close.
different era, yes, I would agree with that. Like Sachi's very like 80s, 90s, has that kind of like fun trash aesthetic. But yeah, this is like Sachi style close-ups. But not Sachi style sounds. There would be more like
That's what I'm saying. It's like hold on. I'm doing my finger, the V shape.
oh God. Dearest listener, try to make your own noises right now.
As you're gonna lick.
Practice your pink film sound effects. And yes, there are sound effects credited for this
God.
film. I guess it is kind of a good tie-in from our last week's episode because last week's was about they were making blue films and also doing sound design. And if you're learning about the history of this production unit where they were making 8mm loops, like as stag films outside of the pink film, they're obviously kind of doing the same thing.
Yes.
Also, shout out to, I wasn't quite sure where they popped up. So we do see another woman that then sleeps with Yuichi Minato's character, but I couldn't quite, the look, I couldn't quite figure out who she was from the cast. There also is Yuri Izumi, who is like a pink film veteran actress from this 1965 to 1980. She made over 300 pink films. I could not figure out who she would have been. She was probably cut from the VHS we saw.
Yeah, she's probably in the rest of the film or something, but again,
There's
we don't
also
know.
another girl too, where maybe this was the woman that Yuichi has slept with, or maybe not. Her name is Satomi Oki, and she has like minor roles in other Pink films, but I guess like her other credit that people would be aware of, she plays a random call girl, like almost like a cameo in Bye Bye Love.
Mm.
That's released by Connie.
Shout out to Connie.
Connie, Ani, Ani. Oh, I think that's kind of it from this film too. It's funny, we almost have to like make it more than what it is, but do you think
It's
people would enjoy it?
you know, like Pink fan fanatics or like Nikkatsu people, yes, they would be like, "Oh wow," just so they could see something. It's not like something to follow. It's not like, "Oh my god, it's that important." I mean, it is important, but it's not something that's like, "Oh, it's going to be engaging."
It's 30 minutes of vibes and it's also kind of sensual and jazzy. It's easy to go down. I could see if we got the full story that this film would work pretty
Yeah,
well.
I think so. I mean, will all the straight boys like it?
Yeah, I could
Maybe.
see it. They
I
like
don't know.
lesbians.
Yeah, but they want like nasty lesbians. They want like inside the clitoris kind of
Oh my
lesbian.
God, no, that's vile. I think they could handle some. Well, okay, you thought this film was soft. They were aggressively licking the whole movie.
This is soft. I'm serious. This
And
is
then they were
soft.
also sad and be like, you have a past with that man.
I mean, yeah, right? Wouldn't it's like if me telling you like, oh, I had a past with a woman, which I actually have. I had girlfriends, and I tried to have sex with some of them, but I couldn't. So
You weren't a well, no, you are. Are you a perfect homosexual? I don't
no, no, no,
know.
I'm not. No,
No.
I had to do some stuff to those women that I just. I mean, now I think if at a different time, maybe I could do it now, but I don't think I could have done
You
it
were
back
making
then.
your own pink films.
I was making my own pink film.
You pushed them off the beach.
I did because I was like, I can't have it, and I can't have you. It was like some stupid shit like that. So,
I don't know off the top of my head, but I will say like Nikkatsu does restore pretty frequently films that are bought as like Roman porno from a pink film production. But that being said, it's pretty rare if they come before, let's say they come in the era of like 1971 to maybe like 1973. That's like a whole side where we don't typically see the independence from that period. Even in those early eras of Nikkatsu, sometimes they would buy up an hour-long film. Sometimes they would have like a 30-minute short tacked on. So there's even lost media that Nikkatsu has like, oh my gosh, that would be such an interesting thing to see these like short 30-minute short pink films. Like
mm,
Nikkatsu's never kind of delved this far yet, but you never know. Like they're 80s films all the time. They'll pull out an independent production, restore late 70s, yes, too. It would be interesting to see them finally get to something like this.
right.
I don't know how, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, you would probably just get it restored in Japan out of curiosity's sake as they're winding down in restorations within like the next, because every 5 years they cycle through a new anniversary of Roman porno. I guess you could probably see within a decade or so, like they'd finally touch something like this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a thing that like a Blu-ray label would be asking for though, or should.
No.
But in the meantime, people, yes, you should easily watch the VHS transfer. I think you'd vibe with it. It's a great slice of seeing like how pink film talent responded to Roman porno and got bought by it. Because like other directors from this time period, they all thought of like Nikkatsu was stealing their talent. They even
I mean,
say
I
that in
mean, they
some of the
kind of
trade
were.
magazines. They were.
They were. It is what it is. I mean, also Shintoho and other places, and even like Toei were doing the same.
Kanmukai, Koji Wakamatsu, other directors, they're like, okay, they're stealing our talent. And like then their response to that was Kanmukai started making pink films for Toei,
Yeah.
right? Tadashi Oyagi is probably like a really he just knew how to capitalize on. He's like, okay, if I'm gonna make pink film, I need to start making it for Roman porno and then start going from there too, right? Like he had that ambition and business sense even to his adult video. But again, you could see with this that Genji Nakamura is a younger director stepping into a fold that's quickly emerging. Again, like Roman Porno did well at the gate, but like who knows at the time, like if Roman Porno would have kept going, like where this was gonna go.
Right.
But it kept being successful, and Genji Nakamura kept directing. He kept making films that were bought by Roman Porno, which again also led up to him finally directing in-house Roman Porno with the BDSM film we referenced. So again, like he builds with them. Also, Nakamura in an interview said that him, Takahashi, and Mamoru Watanabe, like even though they were the bottom of the triple bill, their films were so successful that like Nakatsu had to buy from them.
I mean that, yeah, again, it makes sense, right? Because they're like they saw money and they were like, hey, let's make some more money off of this, right?
If you were in 1971 watching this, why do you think you would like it over like a Nikkatsu Roman Porno like that was made in house?
This feels less contrived.
Mm, yes, okay.
That's like the biggest thing because with the
Also,
in
just more sexual, more erotic.
yes, because with Nikatsu in-house productions, everything had a style, a look, a color. There was a very streamlined kind of thing, especially in the early 70s. You
It's like
know,
people sometimes like don't want a story; they just want to see sex on screen.
yeah,
You know?
it's not necessarily like a porn, but it was more of like they just want to kind of see some artistic vibes, right? They're like, let's see some naked bodies, let's see some kissing, let's see some touching, some like dry humping, like something that's like, oh, because Nikatsu, you do get a story as somewhat. There is sort of a story.
Yeah, they always ground it back into a studio production. We
Mm-hmm.
have to have a story. We have to have the directors and crew, which is kind of overthought too at the same time. It's not
Yeah.
better or worse, but like
No,
that's kind of a
no.
difference is happening between these creatives during the time period.
Yes.
And also think if like people are seeing this, they're getting the thrill of a pink film, but then in the class of an Akatsu theater.
Which I think a lot of the Nikatsu people who went to see these in the theaters probably got more excited for some of these more independent films getting bought up
Yeah.
because it was like, oh, it's a little different, right? It's not like, oh, that's the typical, like, oh, it's a nice, clean looking film. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Let's just remind the audience here that we like both. We like we like independent. We
We
also
just
love,
talked about classic Roman porno last week with
yeah,
the Sin
exactly.
Syndicate.
But I'm just saying that it's like there is a difference, but we also like both. It's not like, one is greater than the other. They both have their what is it?
Yeah. Strengths and weaknesses. I would
Yes.
say that as Roman porno evolves past like the early 70s, eventually it gets to a point where the lines really start to blur between the quality of a pink film and a Roman porno in the 80s, what they're
Oh,
capable of.
big
And that's
time.
because like the pink film directors like get better and also they get younger talent directing in the 80s, and it's not because Roman porno just got worse. If anything, it's because pink film started like rising up, and then you get
Hmm.
like someone like Yujiro Takeda coming up. You get this influx of talent and younger perspectives that even in-house like Roman porno couldn't as quickly turn out new people into the studio system.
Yes. And then also like Nikatsu was like kind of innovative in playing up with the live shooting and Roman X, at a time where adult video was coming in.
Which
Kind
actually maybe we should thank this guy for it, because like
Yes.
if he started the first Sakan and produced those through UPro, and then that leads to like Nakatsu like, okay, we need a brand Roman X, we need to do Woman in a Box, let's actually canonize the Sakan as a Roman X.
Hmm.
He's like pushing Roman X for Nakatsu.
That's what I said. It's like he was like, let's kind of like change. We go from like film like actual like 35 millimeter or 60 millimeter, then we go to VHS, which is like,
And he was experimenting with adult video outside
hmm
of all this too. Like it's funny, he can go high and low, and then he
yeah,
can go mainstream too. Like he's such a varied career that's like
yes,
wow, like even Bame Takahashi, it's like he goes from pink film, but then has such a level of like I guess class in quotes or mainstream where he's doing like home video, Toei V cinema, or like then mainstream movies. Like this guy had such a variety of what he was doing, like highs and lows.
yes. I mean, I think that's how I appreciate artists. Like, filmmakers also is one thing, but like art makers, people that artists that we like growing up too, right? I like
Yeah.
artists that are very like their practice is very different. It's not just they're making the painting, they're making the one type of photograph. I like artists that are like, oh, I'm gonna do photography, but also I'm gonna do some mixed media with it. That's
Oh, guess how young the director was when he made Perfect Homosexuality.
the director.
Yeah.
The youngest, I'm gonna say 30.
He would have been around 25.
Okay. It's not too, it's like typical, like that kind of midpoint.
Also he's kind of different from the other Pink film ones because like they typically came from making like educational films like Kamukai or like working on like TV and commercials. They had some kind of industrial background. Again, so he's the one who came up like where okay, I went in and out of school, then I'm going to a Pink film.
Hmm.
But that leads us, so again, we're gonna go from 1971, the dawn of Roman porno, and now we're gonna go into the dawn of gay Pink film.
I mean, you got to start everywhere, right?
You
It just seems like he was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
gotta know your history this Pride Month.
Well, it seems like, some people don't know their history.
That's like everyone.
That's
That's
everyone.
us too. I mean, with some of like the flubs I'm doing, I'm like, yeah, shoot, blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
it's nice to know that you're not perfect and I'm perfect today.
You are perfect.
Dr. Perfect?
Your hair is perfect.
No.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to talk about Beautiful Mystery, also known as Legend of the Giant Cock, Beautiful Mystery.
That you're gonna say the legend of the Overfiend.
God, I know I'm so excited for that to hit new wave
I know.
video. I'm like, oh,
I'm excited for that because that's
I'm
gonna
like the
just be
greatest. It's like I love the era of a 90 like 80s
80s and
90s
90s.
anime where it just gets sleazy and violent. I also love Wicked City. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
that's a
that's
great
what I
one.
want to watch. Comfort food.
No, it's the same thing like with Vampire Hunter D and a Ninja Scroll. What's the other ones?
Ooh.
Oh, Angel Cop was a great one, and also there were
All
some
the
other ones.
swearing in the dub was so great.
That's the kind of shit that I love when I see anime from that era.
Actually, if people want to comment too, I'm kind of curious. So, wherever you're listening to this, like, what if it's like Spotify or whatever, like, leave a comment. What are your favorite anime?
Yes, reach out and tell us which one's your favorite anime. Also, the 80s too in Japan had like really great like because we had Transformers in America, right? But the Japanese versions of Transformers and all the others, like different storylines, are
Yeah.
amazing. Like Beast Wars second, Neo Beast Wars, the Scramble City, which is all about like the Constructicons and whatnot. Amazing Chef's Kiss.
No notes.
No notes, but that's just me. That's just me. So again, we're going gay. This is again gay for pay.
I love how we say that, like, as if we're just like two straight bros.
I think we have to say we're straight, because there's too much perfect homosexuality out there.
Some
Without
girls aren't that pure.
no, not me. But I
Ooh.
like to joke around and say we're going gay because sometimes our listeners are pretty much straight, and we have to remind them that we're not roommates.
I think they like us being messy and
I know
silly.
we're just being stupid. I said sometimes I have to behave myself because I can go off the rails, and Dakota has to keep me in check.
Well, or apparently you're sleeping in and missing the cause.
Oh shit! I know. Today we slept in,
We did.
kind of. I did wake up early and went back to bed, and so did Kunuma.
Oh. So yes, this film comes out in 1983. It
Ooh,
is the official launch of E&K Promotion, the gay pink film distributor. They launch this alongside Ken Togo's The Rose Mansion, Men's Passion. Ken Togo is noted as was an activist in Japan. He's also a legendary Okama, a crossdresser, ran different gay bars, ran different gay magazines. He's very important to a history of like LGBTQ like nightlife as well. He's also it's interesting. I guess like you could say both of these are two flip sides of the same coin. If like Ken Togo saying he's a crossdresser as Okama and being more effeminate is something that like Gaiman kind of bash back against because they want to be more masculine,
Right.
then you could do the flip side of like this film is more about masculinity and like how do Gaiman want to be seen, right? Also, we'll talk about an you're playing a video.
No, sorry. Just checking the message.
So yeah, and the ending in this will be relevant because the fate of our two characters, it's like, wow, like I wish we saw Ken Togo's movie because like what if not only like again he's cross-dressing, but what if the movie had that in it? That would be a great continuation or a flip of that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. That makes total sense because again, rewatching it, I was like, oh, wait, there's these little like little tidbits for other films that I was thinking about too.
Also, like apparently it's rumored that Ken Togo took the reels of his films back because he directs that film. He also produces at least two others, one of which is Sea of Vanity, which is like a celebrity expose directed by Masayoshi Nogami, a pink film actor. The
Hmm.
other one that he produces is called More and More Love, which is I mean, I'm gonna say it's a lost pink film. It deals with like a singer and the AIDS crisis, but apparently
Hmm.
it did get some screening or attention overseas where like a newer edition, or at least the new in the 90s of the Celluloid Closet referenced it and gave us a plot of that film.
Is it out recently, like being screened, or is it more just kind of?
No,
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about like a new edition like in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Reference the film. So that's what I'm saying. Like it somehow broke containment outside of Japan and got exported, but then we don't know what happened to it.
E. And
Right?
who owns that technically? Who owns that? Is it ENK?
Probably would still be Ian K, but then because Ken produced it and he passed away, I don't know if anyone would have the reels because apparently he
Mm.
might have took them. But Ken is also like, according to his, the bar of his website, he directed and produced over 500 adult video.
Oh.
He also directed, like, he would also stage plays at his bar, and then he also at least one time he made like a movie for the bar that's not adult video, but it's like kind of like a soap opera drama. There was a Twitter user who posted a clip of it.
Hmm.
So again, like he was sometimes making video projects with a narrative that weren't adult video. Again, so I don't know if like he took the gay pink films that Ian K released and then like just rescreened his own bar.
Hmm.
Also, like I think it's a valuable history too. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, because Beautiful Mystery was like just the better film that those were forgotten. It's more of just like the legal rights of it and Kentogo owning the films. Like that's why we don't get to see these. I don't want to be like, oh, the Kentogo isn't good.
Yeah, because that's like
Also, we saw Kentogo recently. This is all coming together.
when.
In Painful Bliss Final Twist, we
Yes.
are at Kentogo's bar. And then also
Oh,
Kentogo is the older queen who first performs in it.
right, right. I was gonna say because that's who he is. Because like when he's like the one that like they show first, where he's like in the bar with the drinks, right? Kind of, or he.
Kentogo does a number with the fans in front of all the girls and then pulls up our lead, like the
Okay,
trans
okay,
actress, like, oh
yes.
yeah, now it's your turn to perform.
And I love that scene where he's like, "No, I'm too shy."
Ooh, if I must, and then like
Right?
start stripping.
Yes. Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense because yeah, now I'm remembering that scene and yeah, icon, icon.
Again, so like that's an important like history. Like again, it'd be great if there was even like some pink film people were like, oh, like wow, like whatever happened to this film.
Hmm.
They don't know either.
Yeah, I wonder if it just probably died with him.
I mean, hopefully too, it's like someone connected to the bar like has it too. It's like you never know. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's true. You never know.
but again,
Or
hopefully talking about it, campaigns for it. Also say this too. So like Beautiful Mystery is not the first gay pink film.
it's not. Tell me
Even though the
more.
Water Bear VHS and DVD says that.
Well, tell me more.
So yeah, like this has been a conversation that I guess like what we've had for a couple years. Jasper actually even correctly says this in the Pink Curtain.
That
He
it.
doesn't claim it's the first one.
No. Which one is our first gay pink film?
So Baruzoku, the gay magazine, Rose Tribe, they had a history of like because they had such devoted clientele, they started turning to the home video market. it's at the same time that magazines in general were turning to adult video. They were ones who then got the first three movies, which is White Stags Are Called White Deer, Rose Constellation, which has Ryuji Yamamoto in it, and then Roses, the Sea and the Sun.
So those are technically the first, like,
Yes, but they were originally like released on home video in 1981. Then they were given a theatrical release by Toei Central in 82. But the
mm,
success of that led to the formation of E&K Promotion because like a theater that they screened at in Osaka, which was a former Nikkatsu theater, like it did such numbers. And then the
mm.
theater got renamed to where like it was the Higashi Umeda Nikkatsu Theater became the Umeda Rose Theater, and then
Oh,
the rest is history. But again, because of like the market was so fresh and new for their follow up, they didn't yet weren't yet producing movies. Then they're like, okay, Genji Nakamura, you're gonna do Beautiful Mystery. Ken Togo, you're gonna do Rose Rose Match and Men's Passion.
oh, okay.
Also, it probably makes more sense with this like home video into film that both Genji Nakamura and Ken Togo had ties to adult video.
Because of the clientele, they were
The
like, oh,
clientele, right?
yeah,
Like Nakamura had done adult video at least since 81. Kentogo, it's hard to determine the years on it, but Kentogo was making adult video and running the bar. Again, like they have crew, they have talent, they have younger models. Again, they're supplying it. It's not like, oh my gosh, we need someone like trained in pink film or that's going to
no,
intersect as a market.
no. Again, thanks to home video.
Thanks to home video, it changes everything. It launched gay pink film.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how the opposite of you think like American like gay hardcore, right? Like how
Yes.
it was loops, and then it was what else? The film, right? And then you go into home video like VHS.
Yeah, you think of like, okay, because gay history in American, it's tied to theatrical releases before the home video market even happens. The fact that you have like a gay film genre that's like its start is home video
Yeah,
is pretty unique.
I mean, they were doing shit that it was like, wow.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like every time I've watched this film, I just appreciate it more and more.
Oh, it's kooky. It's fucking kooky, and it's you would think it's serious, but it's not actually serious. It's really stupid and
Well, even from the
absurdist.
get-go, it's like, hey, this is not like this is fiction like fictional. It's
Yes.
not meant based on real people, right? They're trying to cover their asses just in case like
Yeah.
Yukio Mishima's family sued.
God. But like no, it's again, we've seen so much military porn. There's like so much military porn, right? The idea like, Japanese were like, we're gonna take a serious story and just make it kind of goofy.
You know, okay, you were asking that too, and I had to think about this. So again, we're gonna see this film spoofs Yukio Mishima's life and the coup,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we see this militant group, right? There's a history definitely of like militant groups or military within like pink film and erotica in Japan, but typically it's treated more seriously. You know, you think of like when it's like a Naomi Tani Roman porno movie, oftentimes like there's secret police, military, it's the eve of World War II. There's more of a political bent about like American occupation of Japan tying into BDSM. Like they get more political of it. Or you think of like Koji Wakamatsu would do true crime stories. We talked about Violated Angels, which
Mm-hmm.
riffs on Richard Speck, even though it's not military. Koji Wakamatsu also did a film like The Woman Who Wanted to Die that starts with Mishima's suicide as a plot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so typically it's treated more seriously. To take that and do it so absurdly is really surprising. It's fun.
Yeah, because later on when we see other pink films, there's some films that kind of play off like true story, but then they're played off like really they could get a little sad, a little mopey. I would say
Yeah, I
that.
think of like Takahisa Zeze does a lot of like true crime, like bombings and different incidents, and
Mm-hmm.
but he also gets really loose and probably more transformative with it,
Mm-hmm.
where the characters wander.
I mean, this sets like a different standard of like saying, okay, we could just be absolutely stupid.
You know what? Yeah, freak people out. Like get sued.
No, it's kind of like like I said, on this rewatch, it did remind me of like a lot of those like a gay porn where everybody's just constantly having sex. You know, it's like they're constantly having sex, and you're like, when did they actually do their work? You know, like in the
They did some
military,
training drills.
some, some.
They worked out like once.
Yeah, but you get what I mean. It's like especially the military stuff that is on Pornhub. It's like,
Actually, that's probably not as big within straight porn, I'm assuming, right? Because if gay porn is like like pitching masculinity, that's why they're fetishizing the military like symbols of men, right? That's
yes.
also why with like gay porn, you're also gonna get like, okay, like cops,
Hmm.
dads,
Yeah,
God, they're give us more
doctors.
firefighters. Just kidding. That's probably more of
Yeah.
a set. Doctors.
Yeah, I
You
would
get
say
men in
like,
charge, men with
yeah,
authority. Like that's the
like
common
the
through line.
teacher's boss. You don't really see, you see cops, but you don't see a lot of firefighter. That's what yeah, that's true. That's, you don't see a lot. I guess the big thing is always like the step bro or the like the stepfather kind of stuff. The whatever, I forgot the name of it, but yeah. Whereas like but military, it's always masculine looking guys, like big masculine guys, and then the twink guys are always like, yeah, sure, it's like very top and bottom kind of energy. There's no like, or sometimes they flip where they show like the the twinks, they have big dicks and they're fucking the big old fucking muscular bottoms. Here
Which you do
it
get a little bit with that
Yeah, but
here.
here in this film, it's kind of it's playing with like subversive,
Subversive.
yeah, like can't even stop subversive ideas of like, what is masculine, what is feminine, what is top bottom, even verse maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God. God, I have almost like too much information on this. Should I just do like a brief thing on Yukio Mishima?
Yeah, just give it to us.
Okay, I'm not gonna try to give you a lengthy explanation on him. Again, there is not enough words to do him justice. Also, again, we're talking about a figure who is very verbose. Again, he is the acclaimed and also controversial Japanese novelist, playwright, actor, model that led the coup in 1970, where four members of militia unsuccessfully tried to inspire the Japanese self-defense forces to rise up and overthrow Article 9 of the Constitution to restore national defense and the divinity of the emperor, and then ended in seppuku. Again, but he was someone who chased like imagery throughout his life too, where like he was a writer, also dealing with like homosexuality and queer themes within his work, despite being married and identifying as straight publicly to an extent, or at least his wife saying that. Recently, he's been kind of making the rounds too, with since like with Aka Hiromiwa's passing, where Hiromiwa is like recounting about like, oh, like I felt his body when he was skinny, and it's like, oh, you're just skinny, it's just padding, and then it led to Mishima like working out.
Yes.
He really perfected his body working out, trained it to, again, you see that with like then his modeling and brief acting. He really conditioned himself. Also, again, he kind of mixes both Japanese and Western ideals, like because he's inspired by like Japan, the emperor, the military, a certain idea of masculinity, but it's also looking to history of like Greek mythology, statues too that he's referencing. Again, one of his novels like uses the figure of Saint Sebastian, which is a biblical figure that frequently has like a really rich queer context.
Right.
I'm trying to think what else. So, Confessions of a Mask from 1949 has a homosexual story. It's also like his work, the way bodies, violence, and sexuality. I would say, other than this, which is a deliberate spoof of his life, or you have Execution of Love, which is from November of this same year. It's another gay pink film where Yuki Mishima, under a pseudonym, wrote the story that it was based on.
Mm.
But other than that, like, I don't know if there's like he has an influence on gay pink film, but in terms of like which directors actually pick it up or do something with that mix of like sex, death, and violence, it probably is Sato and then the Rope and Boy series.
Oh, I can see that. I would agree with that.
like they use Confessions of a Mask would be the lens to talk about then Temptation of the Mask, and then the Mask and Muscle. Again, like it's pretty easy, like of a read, but overall, I would almost I would say like from our watches of the gay pink film, and also because Yukio Mishima is involved, like going to the gay bars, but he's also praises masculinity. I don't know if he would have a positive reaction to a lot of gay pink film.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Only because, like, if you know, like you just explained his history, like a lot of the gay pink stuff, like I said, it's very sad, very like femme almost. It's very like, they're soft. They're very soft in a sense.
Also, like it would both be not radical enough for him, but then also I don't know if he would like seeing stories of gays wanting to get married
Oh yeah, he was
or have
very,
kids and family too, like with another man too. That
yeah.
would be alien to him.
He wouldn't like us.
Thankfully.
Well, maybe I don't know. I think he would like us because we'd be like, we're not that. Well, we're just an old married couple.
We're doing it for the cause.
We named our fucking cat after Kanuma, so he would
Well,
get
we
it.
didn't name it after Mishima.
I know he would be like, "What's up with that?" Right?
I think that's kind of a good coverage of him. I guess in this like earlier in the year before both of these gay pink films come out, there was a shrine that was erected to him in January 9th.
hmm
So again, it's kind of fun. Like a shrine got erected to him. It had been 13 years since his passing. And then we see these gay pink films that spoof his life, which actually, if you think about it, a lot of people of the cast would have been what? They honestly would have been like kids,
Like early
the younger
20s.
ones,
They'd be like
or like
20s,
early
right?
20s on the older end. They
Mm,
would have been the young impressionable youth like that would have seen this and been fascinated and maybe believed or held them. There's kind of that nostalgic lens too to like then rechannel it back. Maybe that explains why like it's coming back 13 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, also too, this comes to us because Water Bear, this, I mean, kind of almost like a contemporary Strand releasing. They put out a VHS of this in 93, and then there was a later DVD of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, it is rumored that there is still a 35 millimeter print of this in Japan that just doesn't get shown. But then even in Japan, the DVD print that's hard subbed on our end is the one that gets screened.
Right.
And then it's also sold to like I saw a listing for this DVD on Mercari.
Oh, Macari?
Like it's
Yeah.
a Japanese
Yeah.
retailer website.
No, I know what Macari because I see cameras on there too, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, it's interesting. Like so, but also, okay, we're gonna talk about like one of the actors, Renosuke, who plays a central role. He wanted to see this film get restored before he passed.
Yeah, and
He's
so
really was really proud of this role.
as he should be, I think, in the late lead role.
Oh, also because of Water Bear, like had the rights to it, then it's kind of got folded. Now it's streaming on TLA Video, which does a mix of both gay cinema and gay porn.
Yes, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
A Bright Lights Film Journal called out the transfer on the DVD and a lack of special features as in 2002,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a 1996 Variety review said this. Prolific Japan porn director Genji Nakamura released Beautiful Mystery directly to local adult cinemas in 1983, but his sexual activity is hardly graphic by Western standards. In the surprisingly droll send-up of notorious author and extreme nationalist Yukio Mishima, the sailor who fell from grace of the sea, functions as on more than a purely titillating plane. Despite short running time, Gay Fest and more adventurous theatrical programmers could have a cult hit here.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, a screening of this movie at the Barbican in the UK said this revolved, highly entertaining film was Japan's first gay exploitation feature. Amazing that it was made at the time when discussion of Mishima's sexuality was a virtual taboo in Japan. Also, this was said by Tony Raines, and also the bit about it being first gay exploitation isn't true.
Of course. I mean,
So
what did he know?
he gets the Blu-ray credits.
Mm,
Sorry. Oh, I don't think he's been on a Pink line, but he does Japanese cinema in general still.
well, he could stay in his lane.
But also too, that's funny. It's like, okay, some of the other Blu-ray people, it's like they can't even just like read Jasper's book and correct, like get some of the correct information. They like look at
Or also,
Wikipedia.
also don't look at Internet Movie Database when they do research. Like actually Google some stuff.
I know.
Just saying, that's like there's some information you could find that's not hard. And also, yes, Jasper's book is pretty good. And then from
He also
there,
corrects like he corrects the assumptions that people had had about it with research and sources in that too.
exactly.
I think like overall when I reference it sometimes too, it's like, oh, like sometimes I more just disagree. Like there's films I like, if like maybe he didn't, but I'm not like debating like, oh, like there's something that's like,
No, no,
my
I'm just
God.
saying
I'm
it's
not
like
Jasper didn't call Beautiful Mystery the first gay pink film.
no.
But like, you know what? Let's plow ahead. So, you know what? What's your impression of this movie? I've talked way too much.
You're
Meow.
giving the children all the information because, it was needed. That's what you were doing. You're an
It was
educator.
needed.
You're an educator, and this information needed to be out there.
I'm an educator, a bottom, and a soldier. Just kidding.
I mean, we have that pack, remember? So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this film on the rewatch was really interesting, and realizing how like comedic it was, kind of also and absurd.
I mean, I always knew it was absurd, but I feel like because it was one of the first gay pink films I watched, I didn't know like where the genre would go after this, or like,
Yes,
oh, that this was such a standout or so transgressive.
that and just like the fact that they just like once they just start having sex, so everybody starts hooking up, and it's just like it's a part of the training.
Oh my God, because we follow, there is a younger character. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. So his actor's name is Kei Shudo.
Hmm.
He is this younger impressionable one. He sees him at the gym. He wants to join the cause. Renasugi, who's like was a notable Japanese actor, is now passed. He was 32 at the time of this making. He is the Yukio Mishima parody character
Mm,
leading the group. We also see Tomoya Nagatomo,
yeah.
who was roughly 29. He had acted in Pink Film from 75. He's also a voice actor. We've seen him previously.
Tell me.
The Top.
Yeah.
We've seen The Top.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna call him The Top. Y'all gonna know who it is. Y'all get
Yes.
it. It's our little surfer top. You know what he looks like. That's a better description. We've seen him. So the reason he would have done this film is because he was also like importantly in Roses the Sea in the Sun,
Mm,
right? We saw it.
yes.
He also is the top in that.
Icon.
Also, we've seen a couple of his Pink films from the 70s. I don't know if you remember it. There was one that Pink Ike uploaded, and maybe it was like a 30-minute cut, but it has a white girl in it who falls in love with a Japanese guy. He's the Japanese guy that makes out with her.
Oh, yes, yes, I do remember that.
We reference it in our other video essay for
The
Sweden
important
Porno, Blonde Animal.
talk about white women for
White
everybody.
women. Yes. So we're introduced these characters. There's also other boys in the group, one of which, even though he doesn't get named, is actor Karu Yamashima.
Hmm.
So Karu is pretty notable as a pink film actor and also as a writer. He identifies as straight. He still has an active blog. But again,
Mm.
in gay pink film, he'll do a lot of drag and kind of queer roles for Kinyagawa, but he also does drags a lot for like Toshiki Sato films. There was one with a trans woman where Karu does drag, and it's like a crazy wig.
That's a lot of movies we've
There's
seen.
also another one where he wanders around in like fishnets and a blonde wig on the outside.
You're describing a lot of like films.
Oh, here's a quote from that actor though.
Okay.
When I'm with a man, it tickles. Men's skin has a rough texture. It's dry and rough, and it tickles.
Okay.
That's his quote, what he says about his gay pink films.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
what
I'm like,
that's what he
okay.
says. That's what he says about it.
Yeah, gay for pay.
I get it. Oh yeah, but we introduced these characters. I'm trying to think what else too. We also see a training sequence. We also see our Yukio Mishima character have sex with his subordinate. The
Hmm.
subordinate actually is the one who looks like Yukio Mishima in
Yes.
terms of haircut and build. But guess surprise, our leader bottoms.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
most of
that's kind of subversive.
well, also mostly all those leaders are bottoms. Those people in power, they're all bottom, like power bottoms.
I guess it's like the same with when you get BDSM in a film and like, oh, surprise, it's like the guy wants to be the sub, which also you see in New Love in Tokyo with the Yakuza, like someone who's like in control in real life, like in private life, they want to then flip and do something else.
Yes.
They want to give up control, and there's power in that as well. Also, actually, I was gonna say this. So our top, Tomoya, guess what his blood type is?
Is it rare?
No, I always think these are silly facts.
Oh God, yes. They always tell you. What was it? AB?
He's A.
Oh.
For all you organ donors out there.
I'm like, who the fuck
You're
cares?
like, I don't care. Also, shout out to our bottom, Kei Shudo. So, Kei had been in a student film, or is speculated to have been, called Waiting for the Sun from 1983. This film played at Pia Festival. The film was directed by the femboy actor in Temptation the Mask.
Oh, okay.
So this bottom was connected to that bottom. That's all you need to know. That's,
Bottoms helping bottoms.
you know what? They're all friends. Also, director Rakuru Miyazaki wrote the screenplay for this and then was also assistant director. He has more of a mainstream career, kind of breaking out of pink film at times, such as Skinless Night.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, what are other highlights of this film for you?
Well, just like the training
It
scenes,
tickles.
it tickles. Uh, just a lot of them just always having sex. But I think one of my favorites is like, I guess you could say towards the end when he some of the people do drag and they go out. I mean
Yes.
that's like a big standout for me, I would say.
I mean, okay, so like throughout this, we see not only do they practice the seppuku ritual before where they're creating fake snow to like shower above them,
Hmm.
and then our lead does the ritual, and then the subordinate does it, and it's like it's play acting. But when it finally comes to it, the idea was that like there would be a group of them, and then like he kills himself, then someone kills himself, then someone kills himself, but then there's gonna be someone alive at the end who's gonna have to share the story
Right.
and live on. The two leads, like this couple that's formed, like, and also where they're having sex throughout it. They have sex the night previously, they live as lovers, and they sleep in and miss the cause, and they have to,
Hmm.
like, they miss out. They briefly try to kill themselves with butter knives
Oh no, but
or a kitchen knife.
he gave him like a kitchen knife and a butter knife, and he asked him to choose one. And then I
Mm-mm.
think they went with the butter knife because it's slower.
Big spoon or little spoon.
Exactly.
But because they failed the cause, now they're working in a gay bar, which Pink Film fans said it was called Days of Cats and Roses, but the English translation we watched called it Days of Wine and Roses.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So they're cross-dressing in a gay bar. Clients come in. It's kind of a funny sequence. Also, one's like, oh my God, your wife, like my wife is such a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, they could be.
I feel like when I first watched this, I think I was a little bit more like, oh, it's kind of like anti-femme, anti-drag. But then the more I'm like, now, like with life perspective, I'm like, no, just really funny, absurd. It's not meant to be taken seriously. Also, it's like you have to put yourself like a gay pink audience watching this would have likely laughed at the absurdity of this like masculine military troop calling out people who do drag,
Yes.
right? Again, they would have laughed at that, like, oh, it's like that's crazy, right? It's very over the top. And then we see a Kentogo film as the double bill. Again, like these things kind of like change the perspective on it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like, I mean, if you're going to jerk off, that's great, but like you're actually enjoying yourself and be like, "Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. Love it."
What did you think of the sex scenes in this?
Eh, they're okay. It's a lot of, like you said, it's also licking, 69,
A lot of butt
a lot of butt
shots.
shots.
Who
They're
was
very,
attractive was probably the top.
yeah. I mean, I would say they do use lube.
But then they roughly do it. Oh my God, it's like a
Yeah.
little bit of lube in a dream the first time, and he's like crying. And then when it's like they do the flip where it's like, oh, like I'm intruding on your kindness. I want to top you this time.
Yeah.
It's like just a little bit of spit
Yeah. And a dream.
and a dream. I mean, Renasugi too is always interesting because like his face like looks like he's like 50 or 60. He just looks like he looks old.
Yeah.
Also, we saw him in a Banmei Takahashi film that Nikkatsu bought. It's like Woman of the Morning or Women of the Morning or something, where it's like he pays a man that's like he is paid to like assault a housewife and then he tortures like her vagina with chopsticks,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
as one does when they're hungry.
Right.
But yeah, oh my God, a lot of his pink films, he's typically assaulting someone. I mean, I guess within gay pink film, he gets to do sillier characters. Is it also like, is it Goodbye Boy, where he's kind of like a more effeminate gym aerobics coach instructor?
Sure. I
Let's
wouldn't
just say
re
yes. Let's
Yeah.
just say
Let's
yes. I
just say
was
yeah.
like, oh my God, it's been a while since I've watched it. But he gets to play like a wide range of roles. He has a very unique look in terms of like pink film. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that stood out to you?
Hmm.
Gay,
They're just gay.
gay. What do you, I guess, how do you feel about like, I guess like a straight director and straight crew making it? Because I don't really care.
I don't either.
It's
No.
like,
No. It didn't matter. I mean, I know like sometimes like that's some people would look into that history, but I'm like, it didn't matter. I think the story was just funny enough, and then everybody just committed to their roles and made an interesting, fun film.
yeah. And also, I mean, it was paired with, I mean, Ken Togo is gay.
Yeah, there you
Right? Is
go.
paired with a film by gay man. Also, I guess like probably some of the extras within the military group in this, I'm assuming that especially ones who weren't doing other pink films might have been sourced from Baruzoku the magazine.
Oh yeah,
They
probably.
could have been just models or done some other video work too. Like we could get gay people that we just don't even know about because like their names are just made up pseudonyms.
I mean, if I was in a gay movie like this, I would be like, no, I was in it. It's me.
I would be owning it on
Yeah,
DVD, on VHS.
I would do like special features, or I'll show up to events and be like, yeah, that was me, and then like
You
tell
would show up
stories.
to a screening of it and like, who wants to jerk me off?
There you go. I'm ready.
Just
Can you
kidding.
imagine? Can you imagine?
You wanted me to star?
And then I'll be like, anybody have questions? I could tell you who has the biggest dick or whatever, you know?
Okay, this is probably a fun follow-up to our Homocula episode. So in Homocula, there's a character in that who does drag,
Yes.
right? Where it's the theater performance. That actor recounting that film said that the director would come on to him a lot.
Oh.
So again, this director could be gay, I'm assuming, right? Or at least has some kind of attraction to men. But then he was like, "Oh, the director's trying to come on to me in the shower and is always trying to like kiss me during different scenes."
Oh. Naughty boy.
But the way he was wording it was like it was more of like, he was dealing with like an older queen, which, I mean, knowing that
Oh.
director slash actor, yeah, that seems like an apt read, but
Ooh, bitch. Happy Pride.
happy pride, shots fired.
I know, right? I'm sorry. That's funny to me.
So yeah, these are the fun updates that you're getting on Tune the Pinku podcast. Who's gay, who's a little gay, and who's not so gay
Well,
yet.
well, as long as you put a wig on, right?
You can do anything.
I mean, I've been propositioned with that. I've had a couple straight guys ask me they wanted to have sex with me with the wig on. That was the only way they would do it.
Oh,
I
interesting.
Yeah, and they were really like really butch guys. And then, me, I look pretty butch, and then they wanted me to keep the beard, but also just put a wig on.
God, that's wild.
And I was like, well, I don't bottom, but I'm like, so I could just have I could just taste it.
Oh my
I thought
god.
about it. I thought
Oh
about it,
my god. A little
but
shake and go.
a little shake and go.
You know what? That's our two characters are doing at the end.
Exactly. They just put on, like, they just took it out of the bag and put it on, and hee. That was it.
Oh, so fun fact, Genji Nakamura is still alive and he did a talk for a 2018 screening of this film.
Ooh.
And it
Was
was
there?
paired with the other, I guess, Execution of Love, that
Mm.
the film based on Yukio Mishima's story, which we have also seen, by the way. We have it on VHS. It's a very tragic small cast story where it's pretty much like, Senpai, we have this tragic history, you and this other student, and I'm gonna make you kill yourself, but we're also in love with each other.
Usual. Was that interview that he did? Was it like transcribed anywhere or?
No, it just happened. It was a talk. I don't think it was recorded, which is
Oh,
pretty sad.
yeah, just to kind of get what he said, and he said anything fun or positive or you know.
I mean, his perspective too on like pink film, Roman porno, adult video, the rise of gay pink film, because then he produced a couple ones after this. He produced at least like one or two Masayoshi Nogami films. He then also produces the whole R trilogy by Ryuichi, his former assistant director, which
Oh,
are
okay.
very lighthearted, where it's usually like those films have like an older gay couple is like wanting to get married or comes out, then a younger gay couple helps them.
Okay.
They're very sweet. So again, like he has a history beyond just directing this film in the genre. Also, too, just to get the story of like how did he make his way to Nikkatsu in house for the Bondage film? That's extremely prestigious for a pink film director.
Exactly. It's like, because once you get into Katsu, it's like, okay, you're cool. You have
But
that
if
back.
anyone is listening this far, I'm going to tell you that apparently the director is alive, has reels of his films from that would have been distributed by Million. So again, you have a director who you could interview, who you could sign off on, who might own the content, and then it's from a now defunct distributor where it's like no one else is thinking to go down that route.
Yeah, he seems like he's willing and ready.
Willing and ready, and I hope he spills a lot.
I think he would too, just for
Yeah.
fun.
Also, like, gosh, he's alive. Takahashi's still alive. Mamoru Watanabe is not of their group.
Mm.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to learn more. I mean, I guess overall, what would you say of Nakamura as a director from these films,
Uh,
or even the Bondage one we watched? Actually, maybe the Bondage one and Beautiful Mystery are together would say more about his style.
oh yeah, I would say he does have a flair for absurdity. Absolutely, especially a more feature like him just kind of playing. I think he's like really fun getting that set, like, putting the sets. The lesbian film, it's hard to tell because we only got a short glimpse of that and what.
Also, he's like stepping into a template where
Yeah,
like his mentors are helping him, so he's kind of coming to their style. It's not really like him having his own flair.
yeah.
Oh, also his adult video in 1981 is lesbian themed.
Again,
Bathroom
perfection.
lesbians.
Ooh.
Ooh. But yeah, I would say that too. It's like he has a flair for absurdity. He uses violence, even with the one I watched called Schoolgirl Pleasure. Like it had violence in it, a sense of style. I mean, if you're saying he like okay, if the pink film industry says like he does coming of age storylines, yes, with is a former sister director Ryuichi Roki, you see that continued. But if anything, it's like that mix of like humor, violence, and sex. It's like he kind of is like a precursor to like what's really big with like 80s pink film. Like so he comes before Yujiro Takeda, Shuji Kataoka, these ones who do different genre mashups and are just really fun pulpy directors.
Okay.
Like he kind of comes slightly before it because I wouldn't describe like Bame Takahashi as a funny director.
Oh no, I.
Or Mamoru Watanabe too. They're not really typically funny. They can be, but they're a little bit more dramatic or too.
Yeah, I could say that. I would agree with that.
Also, if this guy is like funny as a style, it's not as goofy with a 70s sense of humor that you would see from like a Shinya Yamamoto or even like a Akira Fukamachi too. I mean, again, you could probably even see like you could almost compare. I guess not. Yeah, a little bit of Sachi Mano. You said about his debut.
Yeah, I see that, but again, it's hard to.
Easy breezy, like all good vibes. I think people would vibe with this film. This Beautiful Mystery would definitely be a great one to come out. I think if it ever did come out, it would have to be paired with Execution of Love
Yes,
as a
yes.
Mishima double bill. That makes perfect sense.
Remember when we were at Vidiots and they asked us, "Oh, pick some two films," and
They had
I
that film there.
I picked Beautiful Mystery. It kind of said, and I did say I think it was kind of the first gay pink film because I didn't know. And then you picked Flower and Snake,
And they didn't show
and they
either one of those.
and they edited down to just me and you talking about taking pictures in the film booth.
I think it's because like we didn't say like, oh, like I love My Neighbor Totoro or like I
We
love Casablanca.
Yeah, we didn't say some like basic gay film too or something, some
I
stupid.
love Weekend.
Oh God, if we said Weekend, I would have shot myself. I would have sabuku'd like me and you
You
right there.
sabuku?
I would have been like
You seppuku.
seppuku. Yeah, I'm sorry, puku.
Harakiri, baby.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of fun that we talked about a director that definitely doesn't get love in the West,
No.
but he might be getting love soon.
I don't know. What could that mean?
What could that mean? But you know what? It's good that we're here to talk about his Pink Film past as people have watched it and enjoyed it. And also,
Yes,
we will link up so you can watch some of these too.
as one should.
Oh, okay. So this will lead into. Is there anything you want to say about this director?
No, I'm good. Go.
Okay, so are you ready to pull up our that letterbox list?
Okay, let me.
So, dearest listeners, plural,
Thank you. Thank you.
plural. The Cinematheque in France is doing a recent. Well, I mean, they're pretty much done. I mean, assuming they might have had one today. I didn't try to pull up the order, but I did edit the TMDB to at least list these. So again, look at that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a screening of 20 different Nikkatsu Roman porno films. And we're just gonna give like maybe just like general thoughts of like what we thought about it.
It's interesting because the list out of the 20, apparently I've only seen 12. You probably seen more. Or wait, because I think some of them
Okay,
we have in our watch pile, right? I think
some of these we have in our watch pile.
two
Some
of
of them I
them. Two of
actively
them.
avoided. Like, okay, Castle Orgies has always been told to me it's like even though it starts Roman porno, it's boring. Plus, also I've seen the director Isao Hayashi's other films post Castle Orgies.
Yeah.
He is a very dull filmmaker that does a lot of period pieces, and even when he's not, you kind of wonder like why he got offered so many films. He's like a worse version of like a Shigeru Nishimura type.
Oh, that says a
So like
lot.
I typically avoid watching that for my
So
sanity.
yeah, because I know for a fact we do have Night of the Felines and Playful Wet Fingers on our in our pile.
I've seen Playful, yes. Which is it's kind of a take on like New Hollywood. It's okay. I liked it, but it's kind of classy.
The the one that I'm kind of curious and it's like it looks really cool the cover because anything from the 80s like give me is Scent of a Spell.
That's a third window title.
We do have that, right?
Yeah, it's buried in the watch pile.
Okay, because I'm like, yeah, I'm seeing everybody who watched it. Apparently, okay, okay.
I feel like I kind of like I don't prioritize something that people have watched a lot of. I mean, God, we usually watch films that like no one watches.
I know, or no, somebody has watched it. Apparently, right? There's always that one person who's said they watched every fucking Pink film or
Well, every
whatever.
film ever made. They've watched, 300,000 films this year. I'm like, oh my God. Yes, let's believe that. What do
Right.
you think of this selection overall?
Nah. It's okay. I'll say
It's
that.
okay.
I mean, the
You,
one that's like probably the worst on this list, but I can't say it because, we have to be supportive.
okay. I don't think this movie is bad per se, but it's not really a good film. It's more of like a hangout music video.
Exactly.
Like Sweden porno blonde animal. If you're gonna do a Sweden porno, yes, you should do House of the Beast.
Mm.
Absolutely, that's a great home invasion exploitation movie. That's like the shining star of the whole series. If you're gonna then do a different one, is you don't want to do something crazy, because what you're classy, then you should do Honey Dripping, which is a riff on Ingmar Bergman.
But I don't know if people know that.
But you know what? They could have, and I'm gonna tell you this because like maybe the subtitles weren't ready on those at that point, but the transfers would have been because if they were at least working on this for a little bit, contacting Nikkatsu. I mean, again, Nikkatsu like, hey, we have a subtitle file, or at least like, hey, this is restored. They didn't have to go with blonde animal, but I don't think they knew
I don't
because
know.
these are pretty much like a mix of like stuff that's like, are most of it has already been subtitled in some way.
Yeah.
Some of these are really random choices that it's like, okay, they're including the 1983 bondage film called Snake Hole,
Yes.
which is not
It's
good,
not good.
and
I
it
mean,
shouldn't be the bondage film to be put onto the list.
it should have been a Tawny film, but that's a whole other story.
Well, they do have a Tawny film.
Yeah, that one's okay. That's a good one.
It's good, but it's not like, well, Tattooed Flower Face is good, but then you would want like a classic. You would want like, oh, a wife to be sacrificed, or a
Yes.
slave wife, or again, like any of her other roles to at least pair with it. It's like a more of like the random second tier.
Yeah, because like True Story of a Woman in Jail, that one,
I
we
understand why they would show that.
I get that. I mean, I don't care for the whole like trilogy of that one.
There was one I liked.
Mm.
I don't remember which one
It
because
was
they
the
all
one
kind of
with
blurred.
it was one with Tawny, but it was a different jail one.
No, there was one actually in the True Story of Woman in Jail series that I liked of the three.
I I
I couldn't
wouldn't remember.
tell you. Yeah, there was a woman. That's
I mean, Girl Hell is great. That's a great important one.
classic.
What
Hellish
else?
Love is great. It's a
Oh
gothic,
yes,
tragic yearning to very wonderful.
Love Hotel,
Love
perfect.
classic. Great film.
Wait,
The two Angel Guts films they have, also great choices.
yeah, I would say those two are pretty good. And then what's the first one that they have on the list?
Lovers Are Wet. I found it absolutely boring.
Lovers is Wet. Yeah, it's funny. We both gave it like I gave it half a star.
I think I gave it like a one.
I was honest, and it's funny how other people are like trying to like, oh my god, it's
You
this.
know what's funny? Because it's like people, it's like they're like that forced positivity where it's like, oh, I have to rate it high or I have to vibe with it. And yes, I'm okay. Maybe I'll have a rewatch and like it. But some of these people, it's like, I don't
No,
feel like they liked it, but then they'll give it a three. But then others are like, they're like going down on that one. They're like ones,
yes,
twos, halves.
the one that I do, I guess you probably did. You watch this on Secret Chronicles She Beast Market?
That is a film movement title that's called The Oldest Profession.
Oh, so we do have that
Yes, and it's also buried in the
buried.
watch pile. It's buried. We don't it's a very secret.
Another one that seems interesting too is the Secret of Joy, Street of Joy
Or
from.
is that the oldest profession? I'm getting this mixed up.
It's a black and white cover, so I don't know.
Oh my God. It's like, yeah, we just like watch too much. That's it. Oh, another Junko Miyashita. Wait, that's kind
Yes,
of random. Okay, because they're getting Street of Joy, they're getting World of Geisha, they're also getting that Secret Chronicle and Watcher in the Attic. I'm surprised they didn't do Sada Abe, considering the fact that like In the Realm of the Senses was a like a French co-production.
What is this Naked Seven? The Naked Seven, is that like based off some kind of like,
Yeah, it's kind of more of a comedy by the director of Stray Cat Rock, and it's also before he comes back to Nikkatsu for like Rape 13th Hour. People are very mixed on it.
yeah, I'm looking at the
They don't say that it
reviews.
doesn't really work.
Huh, interesting.
I mean, Akatsu's period pieces are
They're
really
really
hit or
bad.
miss.
They're
I
kind
mean,
of bad.
okay, they should have done Noboru Tanaka's Hell Fated Courtesan. That's like
That's
great,
better. Yeah.
great. I guess okay, Toki Manuel would make sense because they're seeing the French references in that to a French audience. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That makes sense to me why they would show that. Watch Her in the Attic is another great
Oh,
film.
that's amazing.
No complaints. The Tawny, yeah, that's a little rando.
Ah, there's some better Tawny ones.
Like, okay, if you're gonna show a snake hole, like a weird rando BDSM one, like throw in another one that's like a good one, right?
Yeah.
Also, oh my God, I would show Orgasm Mariko because it's like a John Milan movie.
Yeah, but I don't know if people could like they just didn't think about that or,
Or also like maybe don't be classy, just do like Entrails of a Virgin. Have like a horror one.
or Woman in a Box, just for French.
Oh, because they could have screened anything that Impulse had subtitled
There you go.
and then just translated.
Sex Apartments, Hello,
Hello.
or Sex Hunter.
Yeah, it's interesting. It has great films, good films, classics, also just some random picks too to fill it out where it doesn't I don't quite get what the curation is, like what the voice is for it.
Yeah,
I would also hope too if like then there's like the Roman porno like American series that this isn't the same set we're getting.
I think it could be.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna like because again, we sent the subtitle file for Shinjuku Midnight Story Man and Woman, which is probably like when I also told the person it's one of the earlier queer stories from Nikkatsu, but like a queer story where it's like actually significantly queer. Like it's not a
Mm-hmm.
one-off scene or it's possessive too. The fact that we go into like see these drag trans characters in it, then the lesbians, like it would be fascinating to show. Plus it's restored. Plus there's this file. Like hopefully that could be a pick
I don't know.
too.
That's too much work.
God, I feel like I would also have done something like, you know what, why not freak people out and show like Sato's Lolita in a theater?
Lady of Vibrator Torture.
Yeah, just do like a horror film.
Yeah, that's true. People would walk out on that one.
Would they?
I think so.
There's someone to be like, it's like new French extremity.
Right?
Oh my God, that's how they should have built it. Like, showed some crazy stuff.
They'd be like, if you liked High Tension, you would like Lolita Vibrator Torture.
Wait, that's crazy that they show castle orgies from the first Roman porno double bill, but not apartment
Apartment Wife.
wife. That's
That I would have
weird.
rather shown Apartment Wife because that's like that one really tells you that gives you Nikkatsu Roman porno. But
Also, Pink Cut, Connie, like Pink Cut or Top Stripper, those have been great choices to show the 80s side.
mm-hmm.
Interesting, interesting.
Okay, my thing is if they show this in the States or in California, they do LA. I hope they call us and be
I
like,
don't think they work with LA on anything, and also like LA in general is so like almost hostile to showing these type of movies.
if they go to New York for a week, we may go to
I
New York.
feel like honestly maybe Whammy's expansion is like kind of like the hope for this too, because he would probably be down, and plus if he has more screenings going on in general.
If he does at Whammy, we would be like, hey, don't do all of them, do some of these. Or just like, hey, let us help you pick some better ones to show.
God, I know.
Like, let's not
Well,
show
Whammy
Token.
has better taste. He likes more horror and weird stuff, some more that's transgressive. I don't think he'd be like, it's weird because like if you okay, I've like, oh, is this French thing going to be like too classy because they're picking some of the dramas, but then they're picking like Snake Hole, which I'm like, what?
I know that's
That's
a
not like a
fucking
classy movie either. That's kind of trashy.
that's very random. I'll say that.
Hmm. I know,
Yeah,
like I want to see Girl in
choices.
the Wooden Horse Torture on the screen.
I want to see sex apartments on the screen.
But like a bondage film.
Oh, Bondage? I would want to see. Oh God, which one's a good one from the bondage stuff we've seen? Oh, Sex Center. Sex Center.
Oh, Sex Hunter. Oh my God. Well, actually, they could have sold that too. Like, it's Nikkatsu Suspiria. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly. She just wanted to
God.
dance.
She just wanted to dance.
And it's also very anti Joan Crawford, Very it's very anti Pepsi.
You're awful.
I know. I mean,
Oh,
I would say if they do something in New York, they should call Casey Scott to just to be our Nikkatsu reporter.
well, like the Japan Society, because I think they just go classier. You'll probably get the same films that we just talked about.
I know. Boo.
Which isn't bad. I mean, okay, there's enough films in this lineup that if they do come to you and you live in New York, you should absolutely go and see it. But then there's films too. I'm like, oh my God. Also, like, why would waste the money for some of the film?
I know.
I'm like, wow.
I'm like, give us the box. You opened it, we came. Literally.
Love it. Oh, we should do. I forgot we didn't do a wrap up. Like, who is your favorite actor from the
my
Pink
God.
films? Okay. It's the night of the PG, the Pink Grand Prix. It's maybe it's a Pride theme night, just like the Dodgers once every year.
Oh fuck! Don't get me started on that shit.
Who gets Best Actor amongst the films we talked about from the two Pink films?
Oh! I'm thinking.
Probably the Mishima Renasugi character.
Yeah, pretty much. Best Actress. Are we between our lesbians?
Do you like the possessive lesbian or the bisexual more?
I like the possessive.
There was no women in Beautiful Mystery.
No, there wasn't. And
Wow,
usually
that's
there
actually
is.
rare.
And usually is in a pink film, and a gay pink film.
Yes, there's always like a woman as like a best friend, like a wife, someone to be cheated on. Maybe she's manipulating the men, getting revenge.
I would say maybe this is the reason why they say it's the first gay pink film, because everything else always has a woman. No,
Wow.
I'm just being
Women are
stupid.
part of the queer community, and I do like seeing them represented.
No, I
And
do
if you
too.
want to see some nastier examples, watch Apollo, My Love,
Oh,
from a year later.
Oof.
You know what? Let's bring our sisters in.
I'm
I'm trying to think what else. What, God, is Best Director? It's the same director.
just one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess Beautiful Mystery has the more interesting history, queer storyline, and context to talk about, but also it's hard because, like, the lesbian one, we only see half a movie.
Yes.
I do think people would enjoy the lesbian one. These are kind of a fun double bill, especially in the Internet Archive. You want to just, like, zip through it, want to linger in Pride a little bit more. I'm trying to think what else. Angel Rain.
Angel Rain.
Angel Rain.
That's for you, Casey.
That's for our listeners, plural.
Yes, exactly. No. Oh yeah, and also, Gay for Pay. Shout out to well, I'm not gonna say names, but you know who you are. Huh?
But Gay for Pay is like all the directors we talk about.
I know. No.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, someday we'll probably have to do of the Three Pillars of Pink, Mamoru Watanabe.
Oh yes.
Because we could talk about his film with Naomi Tani Tied Up.
Mm-hmm.
And we could talk about Hussey.
Oh, we could.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun one in the future. But yeah, it's kind of cool. We talk about director. I don't think it's getting much coverage, but will soon.
I mean, we did it for Pride.
We did it for Pride. You know what? Instead of going for broke, go gay.
I think some of you straight boys out there would help you.
Oh my God, I should have called my Letterboxd list for this director Broke Straight Boys.
You should change it. You should change it. Oh God, Broke Straight Boys takes me back.
So yes, dearest listener, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Letterboxd. You can click on any of the links. Also, I guess like speaking outside of this, please check out Third Window Films, Chusei Sone, Double Bill Blu-ray, of which I have a video essay for Scars of the Sun, which I talk about his history with the Nikkatsu Roman Porno. I also shout out the significance of a Roman porno actress in that film.
Ooh.
Ooh. Again, all vibes. Actually, it's a really fun release. I mean, it's kind of cool too. Like Third Window's been really posting a lot of reels and videos of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, because you're just giving them all the free content.
Love it. But anyways, well, next time we'll try being straight.
I'll try.
We'll go to we'll be ex-gays. We'll go to camp.
Which one?
We'll have our "but I'm a cheerleader" moment.
No, but what kind of camp? Is that one, or we're gonna go to a masturbation camp?
It's not gay. We are masturbation lovers.
Oh God.
Well, see you in the mountains or see you on the beach. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. To hear more shows from the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, please select the link in the description.
Hello, filthy movie lovers. My name is Gentry Austin.
And I'm Casey Scott.
And we're the hosts of the Sin Syndicate, film podcast for something weirdos, anti-criterion bros, and Joseph Sarno aficionados. Join us semi-weekly as we peer into the adults-only theaters and sticky-floored cinemas of the golden age of sexploitation, when the morals were loose, the laws were murky, and the intercourse was all simulated. Find us now on the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror, we'll cover all the subgenres. So join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.